playing a reed organ. And actually, when I think about it, the sound of a reed organ is really similar to an accordion. You see, that's what we used to have. The first electric keyboards were often reed organs and things like that. And then graduating onto electric organs and keyboards like that. And listening to theme tunes and things on the TV and things on the radio, and then having a go and playing them. And people laughing and having a good time and having parties, and my dad doing this thing, he'd play 3 notes and say make a tune out of it.
What about you, John?
I think my earliest musical memory is probably church, actually. I was brought up in a churchy family, and so from an early age I would hear hymns and the like. And my family sing. We have singers, you know. They all sing together when they get together. Not very good at it, but they do sing. So I think it's family singing. More my early stuff.
Pat?
Ooh, I think it's my dad taking me down the record shop to buy Elvis Presley's Big Heart.
Oh, how cool is that? I remember going to church and you went to buy an Elvis Presley record.
You know, I don't know.
Was that your first record then?
Yeah, I think it was.
You know what mine was?
No.
Yeah, come on.
Your first record then?
It was Hi Ho, It's Off to Work We Go by Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
It wasn't right, they cartoon characters.
No, they really recorded it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Something just for you.
Don't try and tell me they don't exist.
No, it's not. What about your first ever gig?
Oh, God.
What, any band at all?
Any band at all.
Any band at all? Well, when I was a teenager, I was in a sort of folky band and used to play in the Methodist youth clubs and the like. So I suppose they're my first gigs. But,
I think I used to play electric organ mostly to competitions and things like Yamaha electric organ competition. But I played Little Brown Jug to an audience when I was about 5 because my teacher had some of their pupils have a bit of an evening. So, You've been in loads of bands, haven't you, Pat?
Yeah, but I didn't actually play an instrument till I was 35, so I just used to sing on my own. Like I used to sing at the college folk club when I was 18. Unaccompanied folk song. I'm a recovering folkie.
But you're amazing.
And that was so terrifying because you just stand, you've got nothing else, you just stand on your own. I used to have to get ever so drunk before I did it.
Really?
So
and they take it very serious too, don't they?
Yeah.
But you
I should go really drunk before I could play the Methodist Youth Club.
On communion wine,
That's right,
You should have to get very drunk before they can listen to it.
You and the accordion should have been introduced a lot earlier, I feel.
I always wanted to be able to play an instrument.
This is it.
And I would still like to.
Oh, no.
Do you have a name for your accordions, by the way?
My accordion.
The box.
Yeah.
The box.
The squeeze box.
Yeah.
We call the squeeze box. But no, it doesn't have a name.
Right. Well, some people do call their guitars names. I just wondered if it was...
Do you call your guitar?
No, I don't.
No.
Oh, how unsentimental are we?
What about influences then?
Oh my God. Everything I hear.
Yeah.
I mean, everything.
Is there nothing you don't like?
There's some things I prefer. When I'm listening, I like something that I can move along to. A good beat. A good, I like a lot of rock. I like a lot of good jazz. I don't mean obscure jazz. I mean stuff you can move out to.
Well, I think mine was quite diverse. I sort of started out. I was brought up in the progressive rock period.
Yeah.
See, I missed that.
Yeah, and then I discovered, I discovered sort of folk music a bit, and I thought this is good because anything that wasn't progressive rock I quite liked. It has to be said. So I got very booked. I went to some music school, so all my friends were just playing keyboards and listening to Emerson, Lake and Palmer and the like, and I was desperate for anything different, really.
You mean all the banks of keyboards?
So I had a little flurry of folk, and that's what got into new wave, because that was different. That suddenly sort of exploded. Oh God, you can do 3-minute songs. It's fantastic. So that was my biggest musical influence, I think.
Right.
It was just suddenly realising that I didn't have to listen to 24-hour concept albums.
No, I could never get into that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So songs, and I suppose the joy of songs is what we do. Songs.
Yeah. I've always liked cheesy pop. Lots of cheesy pop. Because I suppose my first memories were like the 70s with really cheesy pop. It went particularly cheesy in the late 70s, didn't it? I don't know, maybe you weren't listening to cheesy stuff.
No, I used to do a cheesy disco.
But you see, I didn't know anything better because all I saw was on the TV and what was on the radio. So, anyway.
Nothing wrong with cheesy pop.
Taking over.
See, I missed all the cheesy pop because I was a folky teenager. So I used to listen to lots of... Actually, it wasn't really folky, it was kind of 1970s star folk, so it was the electric folk, stuff like Fairport Convention, and Steel Eye Span. It's very embarrassing. But I've also really liked comic songs all my life, so things like the Barron Knights and Joyce Grenfell, big influence. I realised the other day, and then I discovered sort of American West Coast bands like the Doors and sort of New York stuff like the Velvet Underground and something like that. 70s stuff, and then I started to really get into pop when I was much too old to like it. I got into punk about 10 years too late. It's always out of time. I always end up liking stuff years after everybody else has stopped listening to it. So this band's perfect. I can catch up on all the stuff I miss.
I think it's good to have an eclectic range of music because then you can play something in the style of something else. It's a bit like, I'm sorry, I want a clue from Radio 4. I love that. Sing the words of one song to the tune of another. Oh God, it's my favourite thing ever. And I love people like Bill Bailey that play around with, and Tim Minchin who play around with music and have the comic element. And I just think, God, if I met them, we'd have this almighty jam and be giggling. And
you ought to get him to guest when you do a gig somewhere, right to him, so he can do it.
Just awesome.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Instead of holding an Andy saying, we're not worthy, we're not worthy.
I love you.
So when's your next gig then?
Sunday.
Yeah, where's that?
Cheltenham.
Yeah?
We're playing at Fate.
This Sunday?
Yeah. I know how time flies. We like playing at Fate. We just hosted Naunton Park in Cheltenham.
That's what we do every year, isn't it?
So it's going to be another afternoon getting high on fairy cakes.
Oh yes, and homemade cider.
This band runs on sugar.
Get wet.
We are the sugar babes.
We're playing Fieldview Festival, aren't we, in Chippenham?
Oh, that's right.
About 3 years time.
Down in Wiltshire. It's miles away, isn't it?
It is.
Sorry. Sorry.
Nothing this way at all.
Please give us more gigs up here.
Yeah.
I'm going to be moving very close.
Okay.
You can be our eyes and ears.
I can put you in touch with people. Right, okay. We'll get you in the Worcestershire scene.
Please. I understand there's quite a scene as well.
There is. Worcester and Malvern.
Yes.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I'll sort something.
I'd like to meet lots of new friends.
Right, okay. Right. Ready for another?
Oh, time for a quick change.
A quick change.